You were tuned in to episode 23 of the Goodfellas podcast. I'm your host, G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru in the building. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of a great weekend of fights. The zone came right back at it. Got my man boxing. Can I get a mic
What's
check?
going on?
Two.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
All right. What's going on with you, player?
Oh man, another day in these boxing streets. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely. For the people that don't know, that's my man BoxingFirst Vlog, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka the General in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Leonard Thomas in the building. Man, what's going on, little bro? He said I gotta hop on this discussion G5 for show. Family, Conrad Boxing in the building. Leonard said saw the title and made me think deep. Hey man, yeah man, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it, bro. Padman McGriff is in the building. Good to see you, fellas. Appreciate you, Padman McGriff. Chris G in the building. He said I want to see Stan Jonas beat Ugas ass. Bro, we gotta talk about it, man. This is some Twitter street stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're not really seeing it on Instagram. This is a Twitter joint. So for the people that don't know, here's the rumor. Ugas is possibly gonna drop his belt so he can fight Spence, and he gonna fight for Spence, for Spence belts. But that's gonna leave that belt open. And there's a possibility we might get Stan Jonas versus Boots. Vlog, I know you. I seen it, but you was the first person that I talked to about it for a quick second. What was your thoughts on it when you first seen it?
I mean, it sounds interesting, and I say that only because Boots wasn't in nothing serious here recently. So it is something I do believe they could pull off in the next 30 to 60 days. You know what I mean? So in that way, Stan Jonas isn't waiting around too long so he could become stale and just the fight in general. But I mean, I think it's a good move. I mean, Spence need a good name to bounce back in the ring with. You can't have him taking no cupcakes at this point in his career. You got to keep him pay-per-view level. So I think it'll be a smart move by all entities involved, PBC, the title holder, WBA, and all of them. So I think it's smart.
Yeah. Let me see. Leonard Thomas said that would make sense, G5. I agree, man. I agree 100%. Now, usually I don't really condone people dropping their belts, but this one's actually smart. Conrad Boxing only works if Spence wants to fight. It sounds like Conrad, if he's coming off an injury, right? If he's coming off an injury, he don't want to face the most powerful guy in the division. So if he fights a Ugas cracking, but he not cracking like that. So it makes sense for him to take a Ugas fight coming off of a layoff versus somebody that's cracking like a Pacquiao or something. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. It makes sense for Spence. I mean, he'd be the definite favorite. So I like the move, Conrad. I like the move, but I think Spence would be interested in that fight. He was talking about taking it prior to the injury. You know what I'm saying? So Leonard Thomas, whenever you drop the link, let me know. I got you. Where the rumor come from? It was more so of a Twitter rumor than anything else, but sometimes depending on who dropped the rumor, it be having some legs on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was a tweet from Coppinger, so he's an insider. Supposedly, he's a hardcore. So latest word is Lewis and Martin and on New Year's Day. So I'm getting my L dub on dropping the latest word in boxing right here on G5 Jeff TV. You heard it here first.
Can you repeat that? Who
Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin, New Year's Day.
Word. Where?
Contract. Supposedly in, I think, Atlantic City, or it could be the Barclays. I know it's the East Coast. They're talking about doing it on the East Coast.
Man, that's news. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That was a BoxingFirst Vlog / L-Dub exclusive. Big shout out to my man L-Dub. I kind of like that fight. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that fight. But I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. Charles Martin does just enough for Luis Ortiz to open up offensively. So I think we might actually get some action in this fight because they're both slower guys now. They're not, cat quick or anything like that. And I think they both old enough to where the defense is not really tight like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think we might get some quality action out of it. And it's two southpaws. So there's something neither guy is really used to fighting. So we might get some good offense in that fight.
And both their layoffs have been about Martin maybe a little longer, but they've been equal when it comes to this layoff process. So it should be an equal amount of rust on both dudes that comes off in the fight, hopefully.
Yeah. Lenore Thomas said Carpenter dropped that. Yeah, according to my man Vlog, he said, yeah, he dropped that. Second Ezra in the building. What's going on? Said, what's up, my boxing fan? What's going on, bro? Yeah, you know what? That's a do or die fight for both guys though. Because whoever lose that fight, man, they really gonna be on the back burner. My man Blaze Philly 215 in the building, man. What's going on? Hey, Blaze, I was told to ask how much is left on Shane's tab in US dollars. And I'll cash app it to you. He told me to ask you that. But back to this this Ugas thing. Vlog, if you had to guess whose idea that was, like from top to bottom, like how would you play it?
I think it could be the WBA trying to get some extra sanctioning fees towards the future for the belt.
Good point.
PBC playing right along, giving their rested fighters, and then their fighter that should have been on the marquee level before now an opportunity at a belt, because the results would be, you know what I'm saying, him fighting the boy Budavayev and shit. So you know what I mean, that belt is on the line a couple different times, because that was an interim sort of championship situation that he just had with Jamal James. So just sanctioning fees active for the WBA right now.
I can't even be mad at that opinion, brother. Can't even be mad at that. Lenore Thomas said, there's a lot I want to say about this. It's funny. I'm gonna get you in here, bro. I'm trying to wait on Shane and see what Shane doing. But if he ain't in here in the next like 15 minutes, I'm dropping that link. Say Luis Ortiz never gonna get old. Hey, Lenore Thomas, he never gonna get old because he been old already for a long time. That expiration date was like 1998. You know what I'm saying? He been old. Kiki in the building. What's going on? Hey, Kiki, I gotta tell you something. Listen, I can't stand the Cowboys, right? But you be wearing the hell out of that Cowboy shirt. I ain't even gonna sit up there and lie. I ain't even gonna front. I can't ain't lie, man. Like they just, yeah. That's all I'm saying on that. Blaze Philly, he said he's still in for $43, and the fight was a month ago. Shane payment plan suck ass. It sounds like you got the bulk of your bread though, so I'll ship you the 43. I'm gonna write it off my taxes anyway. Kiki said 172. Yeah, y'all looking good, man. Y'all looking good, man. My birds look good yesterday too, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it's a great move. I think, who ends up the loser out that situation between Ugas, Spence, Boots, Stanionis?
Stanionis, because he actually had an opportunity to win the Ugas fight.
Mm-hmm.
So now he got to fight Boot, or now that him possibility of having to fight Boots kills his opportunity at ever holding an interim strap remnants of a real world title type of situation. So he gonna be back climbing a ladder again, bro. You know what I mean? And you know how PBC do with they people. We might see him over there on Dazan or something. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He might move up in weight or something. This is an ugly situation for Stan Jonas.
Blog, you on fire today, man. I can't even add nothing to that. Like I agree 100%. Stan Jonas, I would be hella pissed because you can argue Stan Jonas and Ugas is at worst a 55-45 fight. At worst, some people may think it's a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? I would be pissed off if I'm him. I would say Ugas, I mean, he making out like roses. You know what I'm saying? Even though he giving up the belt, he about to fight for 2 belts, and then he probably about to get his biggest payday of his career, probably. So it's just, yeah. Stan Jonas is in a bad spot, man. I would be petitioning to get out of that, man. For real.
Ugas feel like he's probably due what's happening if it happens because of the Manny Pacquiao victory.
Yeah.
And really his name being the wanted name in that little mini tournament that they put together. So he was still in position to be a top dog, but just still on a lower level, so to speak. And I believe he probably deserves better. You know, people feel like he got robbed against Porter. He probably feel like he got robbed against Porter. I personally don't think he did. I thought it was a close fight. I still edged Porter out by a round, maybe 2 if I remember correctly. But I know it got close in those championship rounds. And big salute to Ugas with him not really having a diversified bag of tools. You know, he did what he was supposed to do to keep the pressure on in that fight. So, you know, salute to him, man. You know what I mean? But I guess he deserves a payday, and that's what he wants, even if he loses, which I think he will lose against Spence. But if it's a payday, you know, all power to him. He out here looking like Zab Judah lately. I don't know what that's about, but you know what I mean?
I told you, man. He went from ashy to
story.
classy, man. Man. You know, went to Shine Jewelers and then Philly, man, and got right. Teeth look like white paint. You know what I'm saying? He good, man. He straight. You know what I mean? He good. Shane got another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna let my man Lenora Thomas in the building. Yeah, man. It's I think you don't reward Ugas from a Pacquiao victory and give him Stan Jonas. Like it's just nah. Like you know what I mean? Like he deserves that. He deserved that Spence shot.
But even this though, Jeff, it wasn't even just Stan Jonas because he was still gonna have to see the Budavev James winner. And as we can see, Budavev for the second straight fight on the PBC main card has proved he's a handful and a half. He like trying to carry water in your hand. That's just a problem. You understand what I'm saying? So, bro, I feel sorry for Ugas trying to run that gauntlet. Them 2 fucking European monsters.
That's why I said this was a smart move for him. Smart move. You know what I'm saying? Real smart move. He's still in the unification fight, and if he planning on beating Spence, he's gonna have 2 belts anyway if he beats Spence.
Because they wasn't gonna fight. They wasn't gonna fight for his belt, right? It wasn't no belt up for Spence in that fight if he would have came in with the WBA strap. Am I correct?
Repeat that again, bro.
But it would have just been the WBA title on the line. But if he would have fought Spence as the champion, or won a Spence belt, they'd all been up. Okay. Well, better two out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's 66.66.
And you can still, hey, if you get lucky, you know, you come out hit that 7, you could double back and come and try to hit a 7 again and double back and grab that WBA. But it's not gonna happen because Boots gonna have it. Then he gonna beat the brakes off and clean up. He gonna probably clean this shit up by 2024.
So what percentage would you give Stan Jonas against Boots?
0. I'm not even clowning, bro. I'm being honest, bro. You got a dude that got knocked. Now here's another, I know we talked about it, but here's another gem for the folks in the chat. Delorme put in some paperwork trying to get the KO taken off his record. So this dude got hit so hard, he think there's a reason that he shouldn't have it on his record. So what do you think is gonna happen to Stan Jonas? You understand what I'm talking about? So I'm just saying, bro, it's gonna be interesting to see him step up against that more of a European style. You know what I mean? Because Boots is a tactician. He's still learning on the job, so to speak, and still improving. That's what I like about him. But bro, his power is just tank level. You know what I mean? Honestly, like his power is tankish if you do a comparison with the lower weight fighters. You know what I mean? And I don't really want to compare them because he's way more of an elite boxer than Tank. But you talking about a dude that can box and bang? Oh man, Boots is the business, homie. And salute to my city for what we produce. You looking at a real G from the city. You feel me? So what it produces.
Yeah, we got him heavy in the city right now, man. It's, Second Ezra said Boots stop Stan Jonas. A vlog. You want to just drop the link in the chat? See who want to cook up?
Yeah, man. I know Shane hit me on IG and was asking, and I was like, "Yo, I talked to you, and I never get nothing back from him." But I'm gonna check the other tablet real quick, see if he messaged me or something. Maybe he don't even know we on.
I told him we was jumping on at 6.
Oh, you talked to him too? Maybe I don't know.
You said he was getting off work. You said he was getting off work or something.
What? The youngster went and got him a job? Yeah, I don't see no message from that fool.
I don't know if that's cool or I don't know if he was sliding into some buns. I don't know what Shane was doing. I don't know what his version. I don't know what his version of work is.
Man, Shane out there still delivering newspapers. Stop it. Shane out there trying to get him some video game money, man. That boy still wet behind the ears.
Second Ezra said Boots stops Stan Jonas. I think he stops him too. We're gonna drop this link in the chat, man. Fuck it. I'm gonna drop this thing in the chat. We're gonna drop it in the chat. We're gonna drop it in the chat, man. I got like an hour for y'all today. The link is in the chat, man. Go ahead and click that thing. When is Spence supposed to return? I know this is a hot rumor, but when is he supposed to return?
Actually, bro, a good time. If they could clean this up by March, you think that's too long? I'm thinking March.
March for who?
I'm thinking March. Spence.
March for Spence? Hold on. Let me introduce my young buck in the building, man. Lenora Thomas in the building. What's up, bro?
What's up, G5? How you been, bro?
Everything cool. Hey, bro, you got the floor, man. You said you got a theory on this whole situation. Cook up.
I got a theory. Before I give my speech, I got a quick question. I didn't know this. So, BoxingFirst Vlog, you're saying that Coppinger said that about he started that rumor about Ugas dropping his belt possibly to fight Spence?
Yeah. You know how they be. And there's another dude we tap into on Twitter too. What's his name, Jeff? The other writer dude that me and you rock with on Twitter. He usually get back at us sometimes when we catch him in his tweets. I can't think of his name. I thought I saw him comment on it too, as if it was, behind the scenes breaking news type of thing. So I can't think of that dude's name, but I can't get on my Twitter because I'm actually going live from my phone right now. So
okay, no problem, brother. Well, hopefully I can find that, or if you can send it to me or whatever, that'd be appreciated. But going based off of that, that's better because one thing about Mike Coppinger is he's pretty accurate when he drops his rumors and stuff. Everything seems to always check out. So that's big news right there. But anyways, so here's my theory. Here's my speech. Okay, so check this out. If I'm Ugas, and this is why this makes so much sense. When I seen this title, it made me excited because I didn't think about it like this, but it makes sense. If I'm Ugas, right, I'm 35 years old, okay? And now if you follow Ugas' career, he's already his big goal in his life, in his boxing career, and his career was to be champion. Okay, I became champion. I set out what I was supposed to do. I accomplished my goal. I'm 35 years old now. Do I really want to fight for legacy at this point? I'm 35, mind you. I'm getting up there. By the time I get in the ring, I'll be, over 35 and a half. I'll be approaching 36. Do I really want to fight for legacy, or do I want to fight for security, financial security now? So, I just beat Pacquiao. I'm like, well, the next best option right now for me, if I'm Ugas, is let me drop the belt. Because I'm like, I already accomplished what I had to accomplish. Okay, I'm a champion. Now let me fight Spence. Let me fight these big fights so then I can become financially secure. If I fight a dangerous person like Estes Jonas or Ennis, and I lose, well, fuck, man. I'll lose out on big paydays now.
Right.
But if I fight Spence, I lose to Spence. I'm probably expected to lose anyways. I fight Spence, I lose to Spence. It doesn't matter because at least I can still get another big fight after that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it would be to be expected. I'm losing to the supposed best in the division. So with that being said, I should drop my belt. I already became a champion. I'm fine with that. I should drop my belt. I should fight Spence, and then from the perspective of Spence, this is why this makes sense. Now I want to fight for belts, but I at this point, if I'm Spence, I can't afford to be too picky right now. I lost a Pacquiao fight. I don't want to fight a young buck like an Ennis or Ortiz. That's too dangerous, too much risk right now. Not enough reward. That's just risking it. I don't want to do that. Well, and I also don't want to fight the winner of Porter versus Crawford because they will be considered, up there with me, 1A, 1B, best in the division. So do I want to fight a dangerous fight as a comeback fight over a year layoff and a serious injury? Do I really want to risk that? Do I really, really want to risk that? Okay, I can't afford to be too picky right now. Even though Ugas don't have a belt, fine. I'll probably sit there and fight Ugas. It's a pay-per-view fight. I'm more than likely win that fight, and it's a good tune-up fight for me, quote-unquote tune-up fight. That's winnable, get the gears back flowing, et cetera, et cetera. So with that being said, I would fight. Yeah, it makes sense for G5 when you put this title because I would want to fight Ugas. It just makes too much sense now, right?
Yeah.
That's my reasoning and my theory now because it's like with Spence, man, I can't afford to be too picky. I got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta
now let me cut you off a little bit and go against something you said just a little bit. I agree with you a lot. But
okay.
If now you said something about not wanting the winner of Porter Crawford. If it's Porter, I think it's more beneficial to have Spence Porter too. So that could also give Ugas another back seat of having to wait. Inactivity, especially if he steps out of this fight, and then that's more unification going on. So I would think they would go that route before giving Ugas an opportunity. Now that's the only thing I would say to rebut, part of your argument of why it's a smart move by Ugas and Spence to go ahead and try to make this fight, and everything else has, can fall in line. Because like we said, Boots didn't get a lot of work in his last fight, so him jumping back in there in the next couple of months wouldn't be nothing out of, unusual about it. Wouldn't, he wouldn't be coming in behind the 8 ball, so to speak. So, that would be the only thing I would say against, to kind of deter or argue a little bit against what you were saying, Young Buck. But you was on point though.
Yeah,
so you think that if Porter were to beat Crawford, you think he'd fight Porter in a rematch immediately?
I think for PBC, that would be the better move if you want to talk bag wise.
As close
as that fight was, as close as that fight was, I think we know that would probably be the bigger pay-per-view payoff. Even though Ugas should do numbers, though. Ugas and Spence should do numbers, but him not having a belt semi hurts it a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? But just the way it falls out with the way the other fights can pick up the slack from him doing that, and giving Boots an opportunity if that was, because it's going to be hard for him to do that because he would be the outside dog kind of sitting around waiting to see how that little mini tournament plays out. Ugas still taking on too many fights before he gets to payday. So, hopefully it works out, man. This just seems hella smart, man. That's why when I was talking to G5, I was like, yo, we gotta we got to jump on and chime in on this one, man, because boxing don't usually work out where everybody can end up being happy.
That's
This, man, I think this is excellent, bro.
And thinking about Ugas too, it's like, well, shit, if I'm gonna beat Spence, now's my best opportunity. You know, him being out the ring and the injury too. So I mean, it works out for all parties here. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm Ugas, I'm like, well, man, listen, I became champion. I said I accomplished what I was supposed to do, what I wanted to do. I'm happy now. Okay, now I'm gonna fight for security, financial security. That's what I need to be fighting for. Like you said,
Hey, let me be real, bro.
Like WBA,
They
I just
took
beat
that
Pacquiao,
shit off.
it's like WBA.
I think
just
they
beat
had him
Pacquiao.
pull that off, bro, because
Huh?
his shit was Mike Coppinger shit. Somebody looked like somebody screenshotted it and put it on YouTube. I don't see it because you know this is Porter Crawford week. I don't think they want to water the market, especially with us hardcores on the social media, with that outside welterweight conversation. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't see it, bro. I've been scrolling since we've been on here talking, and I have not seen that that screenshot of that Mike Carpenter tweet. And then I went to Twitter, and I don't even see it on his Twitter no more.
But you said you seen it with your own eyes, right?
Yeah,
I seen it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't lie, bro.
I trust you. Hey, listen, I trust you guys. I trust you guys. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, let me get in these comments real quick, and I'm gonna respond to both of y'all.
Okay.
Will Stokes in the building, man. He said, "What's up, fellas?" Will Stokes, you talking about Michael Benson? Yeah, it's Michael Benson. Vlog. He always coming out with leaks.
Man, I knew it was one of the white boys, so I apologize for having the name wrong, but I was correct on the persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Benson said that.
Yeah, Michael Benson. Yeah, he was another one. He was the second person that said it was Carpenter and Benson. Conrad Boxing in the building says Spence is not a bigger legacy fight for Ugas. I'm gonna get into that in a second. Because I'm gonna round up what both of these guys said. He said then Stan Jonas. Will Stokes said Leonard is on to something, but Spence is actually more legacy and risk than Stan Jonas. L Dub is in the building. L Dub the plug. What's going on with you, player? Will Stokes also Ugas is a tough fight with Spence still, right? No walkover or anything, especially coming off the injury. So let me I'm gonna break down everybody's comment on it. So this is why Ugas is in a can't lose situation, right? He's in a can't lose situation. So let's say Porter beats Crawford, right? Porter almost never the A side in any fight, right? So it's gonna make sense for him to go see a Ugas. He technically already beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a high level fight, and he's not cracking like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not cracking like that. So that's one option right there. So then Ugas, he goes and drops the belt. He fights Spence, right? He gets the best of both worlds. He gonna get the biggest bag of his career, right? He gonna get the biggest bag because he gonna get some type of pay-per-view upside with fighting with Spence, which he didn't get no pay-per-view upside with Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get a bigger bag with Spence. And on top of that, it's a legacy fight for him. So he get a 2-in-1. You get a 2-in-1 package. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, to cap it off, like Vlog said, or like you said, like he get to avoid Stan Jonas, he get to avoid Batayev, and then he get to avoid Boots. He coming out like gold.
Hey, it is Buddha VF.
Yeah, he pronounces everybody's name crazy. Buddha BF. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like now for Spence, Ugas is the perfect opponent. Coming off an injury, he the perfect opponent because he's not his punch variety is not that great. He's not cracking that much, but he's just solid all the way around. That's a perfect matchup for Spence coming back, and he's gonna be right there. He's gonna be right there. It's perfect for him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for Spence. Makes sense for him. You know what I'm saying?
Man, this is so. Yeah, bro. This is so exciting, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes sense too. Because like what if I'm Spence, right? Okay, like I said, he's the perfect opponent for me to come back. Championship level, big fight, just be Pacquiao. Perfect. Like what does Ugas really do? The only thing I can think of off top of my mind that Ugas is better than Spence and is just having a looping overhand. That's the only thing I can really think about. I can't. I
A
Spence is a little
Lennar,
faster, a little bigger, hits a little harder, a little better chin,
even a Lennar,
younger.
even with that looping shot, Spence punches is so compact, he gonna beat him to the punch anyway. So the looping shot don't even matter.
I
You know,
know,
it
Yeah,
don't
I
even
because
know,
you
matter.
got to look at it. Spence defense isn't even suspect to a shot like that.
It's not
Like
because
you
he
got,
keep
yeah, he
everything
got
tight.
that high guard defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got high guard. He got them long ass elbows. That yeah. So he gonna be good for that little uppercut body shot that Ugas throw. Like I said, his arsenal isn't that diverse. It just should still be an interesting fight based on their size. They both nice sizely welterweight. So just based on that, it
but
won't
but
be like
but
a dog
exactly.
walking
But
per se.
y'all think about this though. Think about this. What does Ugas really do better than Spence, other than the little thing I just
Nothing.
named? Is there anything you
Nothing.
can just think of? And every department, Spence is a lot better or just a little bit better in
I
size,
listen, a
speed,
Lennar.
chin. Go ahead.
Now his lady might look a little better than
Yeah,
Spence lady.
that's for damn
I
sure.
forgot what Spence lady looked like, but I
She's
think
solid. She's solid. But nah,
Ugas lady might got her beat. Ugas
Ugas
lady
lady
might got.
fine as hell, man. Fine as
Yeah,
hell.
she. What you call this? What you call it? Vlog? What is she?
She's a
She
piece of
a cold
stupid.
piece of work.
She a cold piece of work, baby. Hold on. Conrad said, I still don't see why Spence would take that risk. What does Ugas bring to the table? Yo, y'all two cook on that comment. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna respond to you, Kennard, and you can get on boxing first of all. Kennard, think about it like this. Ugas, out of all the champions or championship level fighters right now, he's in my opinion, going to be the least risky for Spence. Other than maybe a Porter, if Porter beat Crawford, maybe that's debatable. But other than that, who? Why would I not fight Ugas? Especially because our activity is around the same level. I almost had a full camp before I got my eye injured. And he's not super fresh by the time we fight. And at the end of the day, he just beat Pacquiao, so he's living off a high right now. So I'm like, well, let me just take Ugas on before I would take a risk like the winner of Crawford Porter or an Ennis or Ortiz or something like that. Go ahead, Boxing First Vlog.
First of all, Young Buck, I want to give you a lot of respect for taking the lead and giving me the opportunity to speak on my channel, because this my shit too, bro, Playboy. But
Oh, my
no,
bad,
I'm
G.
just fucking with you, little homie. It's
Oh,
all good. No, you know what I mean? They don't call me the general for nothing, Pimpin'. You understand
oh,
me?
my
But
bad,
it's
G.
all good
I
though.
didn't know it was your channel, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. This the bro. You know, that's the guru. But you know what I mean? It's a
Sorry about
team
that.
over here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm the OG of the squad. That's all it is. But I love you for taking the lead the way you did, speaking your shit. That we love folks that do that. But you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put that little info out there like that though. The folks in the chat, they know who I am. Anyway, Conrad, you know goddamn well this is an excellent fight. You know Ugas is coming off the beating a legend springboard. So why not make that sort of fight? It's an in-house fight. They ain't sharing no money. And why would you send Ugas back to a non-pay-per-view event when he just came off a pay-per-view event? You got to give Spence a name that's relevant in the streets. You can't give Spence a Stan Jonas who's been inactive for going on a year from what I can remember, or what I remember of him seeing him last. It's been over a year. So I'm just saying, bro, the fight makes sense. And Conrad, I think Conrad trolling.
Hold on. Spence Ugas would be like a 90-10 split without a belt by Ugas. Conrad,
Nah,
here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If he was like a part of another network, then I can see that. But
exactly.
if you peep how Al play it, spent like when Danny fought Porter, they both made the same amount base. He starts them off at around the same amount base. What's going to happen is Spence is going to get a lot of the upside, and that's where the real bread at. He gonna get that gate. He gonna get that gate money, and he gonna get that pay per view upside. So Ugas gonna get a nice base. He probably gonna get maybe like 2.5, 3 million. You know what I'm saying? Base. But they probably just gonna leave him with that though. But that's probably better than what he got from Pacquiao though, because he was a last minute replacement. You know
Now, what I would say they'll do for somebody like Ugas to give him some incentive to help sell the fight is tell him they'll give him something on the back door off the pay-per-view. If it makes a certain level, we'll give you X amount on what's left over. That's a good reason for him to do his part of the promotion. Because from what I'm saying, it's a lot of work. That promotion shit ain't no joke. That's like a second job.
It is a vlog, but here's the thing though. Coming off a Pacquiao win, you can't come off of a bigger high. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So he coming off a big ass high. So I'm like, that's the main reason why Spence takes that fight.
Exactly.
That was supposed to have been his fight against Pacquiao. So the storyline already there. It's already there. They ain't really gotta really pump it like that.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
The storyline is you beat the man that beat the man.
Yeah,
already the man. That makes sense too, because you can have Ugas be like, "Oh, you wouldn't have beat Pacquiao," you know, not the Ugas is trash talk, but anyway, just to sell the fight, you wouldn't have beat him, or the way I would have beat him, or etc. And then Spence feel some type of way about it, and then that can help sell the fight. That makes sense.
You literally use Pacquiao name to sell that fight.
Exactly.
You literally, because all that's gonna happen, all the Pacquiao fans gonna come out and be like, "Yo, Pacquiao gonna come back," bro. It's an easy promotion.
And that makes sense too, because makes sense too, G5, because you can be like, "Oh, Pacquiao for the face winner." For you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can tell all types of lies.
Hey, you know what's funny? What we talking about mentioning Pacquiao right now? Do you know he hella active on IG? Like his name on like he's on. I mean, so many different posts he's coming up under right now. So I find that interesting with the wave that's going on in the welterweight situation that Pacquiao still being mentioned, and he's supposedly retired, supposed to be running for like double senator, president, or congressman or something. Like he might have like 4 offices over there in the Philippines before it's all over.
Did you say double senator?
Hey, but Conrad and Will Stokes, what else fight makes sense for Spence? Because that's the perfect fight. I don't understand. Yeah. The only other fight that I said before I found out this news was the Keith Thurman and Earl Spence fight. I always thought that made sense just based off of Spence's circumstances. But they
from over there on the other side, Young Buck. They want to see Nigel Benn and Earl Spence.
But why? If I'm Spence, why? That is who is Nigel Benn to compare to Spence? No disrespect. I mean, he's not even in the Ennis or Ortiz league right now. I mean, no disrespect. Why would I want to? I'm not even thinking about Conor Benn right now.
Yeah, the thing is, like the only 2 fights that make sense is Ugas and the winner of Crawford and Porter. Those are only 2 fights that make sense. Because if he fights Bud, then it's a super fight. It's a super fight, so he can literally cash out off that if he wanted
to. There will be so many Twitter fights if that fight was to happen. I mean, like, bro, it'll be pay-per-view on boxing Twitter. It'll be pay-per-view on Instagram. I'm telling you, man, people been clamoring for this joint for the past 3 to 4 years. Easy, bro. 3 to 4 years, easy. This fight been on people's radar, like heavy radar, because the way, Bob doing it. So it's like Bob was just giving them these little sucker fights just to semi-building, to sell him like, okay, we'll take the B side if the numbers is right. But since the numbers ain't right, they never want to play the B side. Somebody got to be the A, somebody got to be the B. Even if he beats Porter, he's still going to be the B side. So throughout all of that battle of who's the rightful top dog in that situation, if that fight was to happen, they just lost money. But with a victory over a Porter and you beating somebody that's inside the PBC family, that's going to do you proper, man. So that fight should be on.
Hold on. I got to introduce my bro, man. He's coming in looking like me and shit. VP Shane is in the building. What's going on, good brother?
What's good, bro? It's just because I'm logged into the G5 Jeff TV stream app, so that's why that picture comes up, bro.
Yeah, I'm twinning over here. Like it's
Bro,
crazy.
I told you, Shane, I told Jeff you was out delivering papers, and that goddamn avatar looks just like you was out delivering papers.
Bro, nah,
Yeah, that's funny.
me and Alicia Baumgartner was up in the Hilton Hotel in London.
Yo, that she bad, yo. She is
Nah,
super
bro,
bad.
I'm not even gonna lie. I won't even be on full. I'm probably gonna jump straight off because,
Nah,
bro,
that's
I'm
cool. It's
mad
cool.
tired. I just came into popping and say, "What's up?"
Bro, I done work 2 shifts, bro. 2 straight shifts. I done been up since like 8 o'clock last night, but I had to jump
Yeah, it's
on,
crazy. I am
get it
so drained.
popping.
Lenore Thomas, shout out to you, bro, for jumping in the live and stuff.
Hey man,
Hey,
my
what's
young
up,
buck,
bro?
my young buck talking like me on his live, man. And I schooled him well. And he in there dropping flames in his joint. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
Yeah,
I've met
man.
Lenore before or spoken to him before. Is he in the comments? Does he
Yeah,
normally jump in
no,
the comments?
he been rocking with us for a minute. He been rocking with us
Is
for
he
a
in
good
the?
minute.
Is he in the prediction?
Oh, Lenore, you gotta join the fantasy league, bro. G5JeffTV.com, man.
Oh, you got
500, yeah, website, yeah, G5JeffTV.com. Listen, $500 if you win the league. I'm probably gonna pick another fight if whoever gets a perfect prediction. I'm cash apping them $100 that night.
And bro, it's free to play.
It's free to play.
Free to play. No other prediction league in the world. You just predict the fights and you join the league, bro. It's easy to play.
We got standings, points, all that.
Bro, this season I think we're
right?
up to 42.
You talking about like, to the bone, right? Stoppage in the 9th round. And
So
yeah.
let me break it down quick, bro. So you get points for you get 1 point for the right result. So picking who won. You get 2 points for the right method. Then you get 4 points for the right round. The points rack up in the league, and then wherever you are at the end of the league, that's how it goes, bro.
Yeah. If you really want to get spicy, you can go down to the damn minute. Just damn seconds. So the game
hey, listen, I had to give out cash that night if somebody hit by the minute.
Bro, you know what would be better if you say by what shot, what punch they get knocked out with.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Listen, it's gonna be.
Hey, little homie, we gonna be advancing it real soon here. So just rock, get in with this new wave, and then we gonna advance it slowly but surely. It's mad ideas cracking. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be way different.
Get in wild now. Get in wild now because
I'm gonna put you in the I'm gonna put you in the group. I'm gonna put you in the group chat.
But yeah, when I checked this morning, where I think me and Jeff had a target of 50 this season, we already got 42. So we know we're gonna get 50 by the end of this week. So if you join the league, bro, it's gonna be 500. It's easy to play. It's literally easy to play. So go g5jefftv.com, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put you in the Instagram group chat, man. We got people all over the world in there, man. Well, actually, people in here is in the chat. Will Stokes, Conrad, Chris G. There's a bunch of people. My man D Hodges in the building, man. Big shout out to D Hodges. What's going on with you, player? Hold on, Conrad. Pac looked like trash in that fight, and I haven't met. He said I haven't met a Ugas fan in my life.
But yeah, bro, I'm gonna jump out.
But like,
all right, bro.
What you mean you haven't met a Ugas fight? It's fair. Yeah, but she's living off the high of beating Pacquiao. His status is gonna go high now, or at least higher than what it was. You know what I'm saying?
It don't get no bigger for a guy like Ugas.
Exactly.
To get a Pacquiao win off of a short notice. Vlog, what he took that fight 19 days, 20 days?
So they probably owe him a bag just for that. Compensation is due. So they're trying to figure out a way to compensate along with the WBA being compensated and benefiting off of this sort of rescheduling, this little the sit down. You know how the gangsters say we gotta have a sit down. See, they done had a sit down, and looks like all things are beneficial for all parties. So I think it'll work out, bro. I like it, bro. I'm just hoping it happens. I mean, we could chop it up and switcheroo and talk styles and all of that, but just the fact that it's something that compensates everybody. When do you really get that in boxing? Somebody taking a backseat somehow. Somebody's getting an 80-20 deal. Somebody's getting a 90-10 deal coming in last minute. Like, so Ugas came in last minute. He shined. They owe him, bro. So this gotta happen. Just don't based on karma.
Do, bro. You know what they could do? I'm gonna throw a little wrench in this. So PBC likes Stan Jonas. They fuck with Stan Jonas. Check this move out. Even if they want to make all parties happy, right? So say Stan Jonas, like he don't want to fight Batayev, right? He don't want to fight Boots. Guess who got a big name that actually needs a victory at this point? Throw Stan Jonas, Mikey Garcia, bro, at 147. Now he wins.
True.
Now he wins, bro.
See?
Now he wins.
Yeah, if you do Mikey Garcia, that makes sense too.
And then let Boots and Batayev fight for the vacant belt. And then Stan Jonas gonna get his name up off of Mike. I'm telling you, man, somebody need to hire me, man. They need to hire me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody wins.
And Mikey need a name. And Mikey need a big win. So yeah, Mikey need a big win. And that would be a big win. And he could finally settle in at 147 and stop playing that catch weight shit like you still a 140 dude, which is probably troublesome in his mind, which is, you know, you got weight issues as a boxer. You can't concentrate on your craft like that, man. That's something that's in your secondary thought process that's going to overwhelm you when you going through the actual fight, bro. Trust me, bro. Knowing some fighters and being a part of the game in the past, your mind got to be clear. Like, you got to have a sharp camp. So when you dealing with a fighter like Mikey, that's need a bounce back win, having some training issues because a couple people left his dad. You know, they lost a world title that same night. Matter of fact, they lost the world title at flyweight or bantamweight or something. So things ain't right over there in that Garcia camp. So a big fight like that makes sense, Jeff. I like that, and I think they'd get up for it. I think that's a fight they'd get up for and really come to win.
Because they can pitch it. They can pitch it where, hey, if you beat Stan Jonas, you can get the winner of Spence and Ugas, and you'll get him to sign right up for that shit.
Hey,
he'll sign right up for it.
Hey, BoxingFirst Vlog. G5. I'm actually on Twitter right now because I have my computer up.
Yeah.
Like, is there a place I can look for those tweets they're talking that rumor, or like?
What's dude named Benson? Michael Benson. Look for Michael Benson because it was his tweet. I thought it was Carpenter.
Yeah,
but like I said,
Benson, I couldn't find that tweet.
See, remember what I said earlier in the live, bro? When I was scrolling on Instagram looking for the retweets and people commenting and doing their little 1-2 on it, I'm seeing that shit not on there, as if they have been asked to take it down. And then next thing you know, you see Pacquiao in between some scrolls, and then you see all the Porter Crawford shit. So it's like they don't want us talking the way we talking, because we not talking Porter Crawford, but we talking results that could affect Porter Crawford. So we still talking welterweight and we still talking boxing. So I don't know if they controlling what a lot of the mainstreamers saying. Because again, if you can't find it under dude the one put it up and it got a screenshot of the way I seen it. So and he got his face in the corner. That's the white boy that got his own actual photo in the corner. Am I correct? You see him in the corner of his
No, Michael Benson's the one who he's like his Twitter thing is he's standing in front of like a soccer goal thing.
No, see, then I saw the Carpenter joint. I saw the Carpenter reaction.
Hey Leonard, when I find this joint, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay,
because you seen that and somebody else saw it too. Because they told me who actually tweeted it. I thought it was the Carpenter dude.
No,
but I get all of them.
I believe
the white boys mixed up
for myself, but no, I believe y'all.
Yeah,
that shit crazy, man. That's gonna be, man. That's gonna make sense.
They probably told dude, don't be talking that shit, man. We trying to make money off this fight. You want to get people minds on some other shit.
Hey, hey, it's like I'd be kind of fucked up though. I would take off some steam from the Porter versus Crawford thing. I would kind of take off a little steam. I would.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Like the week of the fight, that takes away all the steam.
Yeah,
Like,
because you
cause it
looking
ain't
past the results.
because hey
You already
Leonard
looking
and
past the results.
the proof of that, bro. We ain't mentioned Crawford or Porter. We ain't talk about that fight once. You know what I'm saying? We
What's
talk about
what's
this.
what's Can I ask you a question? If theoretically, if Spence versus Ugas gets made, how would you? I mean, I know you're thinking far ahead, but how would you envision that going? You know, was there any who would you predict? And if is there anything that if you don't pick Ugas to win, is there anything he could do that would cause Spence problems that you can think of on top of your head or not?
Can I be real with you, bro?
Go
I
ahead.
see it already. I seen the results from the Pacquiao fight, and people said Pacquiao didn't get off. That boy eye didn't look right. So if Spence can get that jab home consistently, pink a nice little right hand off that jab, get that thing swelled up, you might get a stoppage in that. You
That's what
might
I
get a
think so
stoppage.
too. Styles
Do the
makes fight.
damage.
He might.
That's what I think. Like just based on how he looked, because he was the one. I mean, Pacquiao looked a little beat up, but he older though. So you wouldn't
Yeah.
expect a dude in Ugas who's been in there against some gritty dudes and ain't been beat up like that. He looked like he was in there with some dude with some heavy hands, and we know Spence got heavy hands. So I see that fight as a damage stoppage by Spence. That's just my personal outlook.
I agree. The way his get his little mouth busted up like that against somebody like a Spence or Ennis or Crawford, I mean, I can see it stop it the way Ugas get busted up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He gets busted up.
Yeah, I like Spence late in that fight. Maybe round 9 or 10. Because Ugas got some dog in him, so he gonna be there. But I think Spence just need to go in there and fight typical Spence, man. Put that jab on him, keep the shots compact, work the body, and he's gonna catch him with something short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? At some point during the fight, we get Ugas in trouble. I can see the fight.
You
I can
know
see
what
the
I see
fight
in
being
that fight,
competitive.
bro?
Huh?
I see a lot of I see Spence fighting excellent off the back foot, a lot
I
better than
know.
he did against Porter. Because it the way Ugas comes so straightforward, he'll be right there for a nice couple little pot shot counters, step off to the side or just lean straight back on the ropes, let him throw
Oh
that
my
garbage ass
God.
wild overhand, come right back, clip him again with another right hand. Just I see a lot of single heavy
Hey, you
shot
know what?
damage.
Boxing first vlog. What you bet you trying to say, and I thought the same thing is. I just see this is like a look good fight for Spence. I see Spence styling on Ugas. I just see him styling
That's
on
it,
Ugas.
young buck. That's it. It's a well-deserved payday for Ugas because he did retire what we all consider a legend. And I don't think the bag was right because it was last minute. So you couldn't do no real heavy renegotiating to get him in probably equally for what we seen him do. Like, so I guess you're gonna pay him after he completed the job, so to speak, instead of before. So I think him even getting the Spence fight would be a well-deserved payday because I really don't recognize nobody as the champ outside of Spence and Porter. So even with Ugas having won the belts, is he really a welterweight champion? So I'm just saying,
You mean Spencer Crawford
You mean Spencer Crawford, bro?
yeah, you know what I meant. I
or
mean,
the
come
winner?
on, now. I'm high and I'm old.
He's smoking. Yeah, he's fine. Uh, Will Stokes. Thurman is actually a really good shot. Lenore makes a lot of sense for Spence, and Thurman was actually calling Spence out the other day. Let me get into that real quick. I know he mentioned your name, Lenore, but let me get into that.
For sure.
Keith Thurman's name is ice cold in these streets, bro. Ice cold. Ain't nobody talking about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, he ice cold in these streets. Like colder than the Philly weather right now, man. He ice cold. You know what I'm saying? I just think Spence got better options. Like Thurman need to go fight somebody first to build that up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't come up off the couch and expect it for Keith Thurman to be a better opportunity than Ugas. Ugas coming off a pack win. You know what I'm saying? Like Thurman got to do something. Thurman got to do something. Go ahead, Lennar, because he addressed that to you, bro.
Well, yeah, because I mentioned something and when I said here's my other theory. That was I said a couple weeks ago, but I haven't heard any news since then. And so this just happened with Ugas. Now with Spence, as far when it comes to Spence and Thurman, let me tell you why G5 I have to disagree with you a little bit. Which this makes sense, and the reason why it makes sense is because if I'm Spence, well, hell, do I want to face a dangerous fight again, like the winner of Porter versus Crawford, or Ennis or Ortiz? Do I want to face those dangerous fights? Not a lot of reward, too big a risk, or can I face somebody who's Thurman, who's a huge name, would be a pay-per-view fight. Even though his name is a little cold, but I mean, if that fight got made tomorrow, it still would do like it would be a big fight for the sport of boxing, especially with their history, because Thurman talks that trash, and you would see
Young buck, I gotta pump you on your brakes right there. If that fight was made tomorrow, that is a Showtime at best fight. That's not pay-per-view. And we know Spence is only pay-per-view.
Hey, yo, okay, I gotta pump your brakes, brother. Spence ain't going on no regular goddamn Showtime.
That's what
wrong with you, man.
That's my point. No.
But think about it like this. Even let's say that fight got made tomorrow, it would be pay-per-view because Thurman you would see a side of Spence. Spence don't like Thurman. And Thurman got that gift of gab, so that build-up would be something crazy.
Hey, Lennar, and this the main reason why it goes on pay-per-view, because they can't put that fight on regular TV and pay both guys. Their guarantees is too high. So it gotta go on pay-per-view.
It gotta go on pay-per-view.
But at the end of the day, okay, now I'm a guy that pays for pay-per-views, and I must be honest and say that's a fight that I would not pay for.
And Vlog, now, I think you lying. I think you lying.
Bro. I'm being honest, bro. Because Thurman can't win. Thurman has no steam coming into that fight.
I don't think he wins either. But
that's my point. So if I'm paying, hold up. So hold up, Young Buck. That's my point as a fan. If I'm paying for a fight, I'm paying for at minimum an opportunity for the underdog to win. You're just paying. Talk to me.
Who got a better? Who has a better shot of beating Spence? Ugas or Thurman?
I gotta go Ugas because of the size.
You bugging, bro.
That's the only reason.
Why is some sports media in the building, man?
So,
what's going on?
Hold on.
I got a question for Vlog.
You saying you hold on, please.
Go ahead, Vlog. Go ahead. Hold on, YSM. Go ahead,
Vlog. You asked an honest question. So I gave you an honest response, and you don't think that's a valid reason to say he has a better opportunity?
But Vlog,
he is the bigger man between Thurman and himself. Am I correct?
You have to think about it though. So at least Thurman has a shot. You have to think about it.
Is he making love in the background?
Who you talking about? That love noise went away when you went on mute, nigga. Oh man. Hey, YSL, what's good, brother?
I got a question for Vlog though. So he said he wouldn't pay for the Thurman pay-per-view. Mind you, that's his prerogative. This is money. Right. Did he pay for Spence versus Mikey?
That's a good question. Did you pay for Spence versus Mikey?
No, I did not. And I'm honest about that. I did not pay for that fight.
Then I have no issue because Thurman has a much better chance. I actually think Thurman versus Spence would be competitive, but Thurman has a much better chance than Mikey, who had 0.
I agree with that, but I don't agree that it would be competitive.
But hold up. YSM. We know that fight wasn't made based on the competitive. It was based on steam. Mikey's name was boiled in these streets, and Spence needed that name just as well as Mikey was chasing his first major bag. So that fight I don't think was based on win-loss scenario from their side, from the Garcia side.
All right. So it was based. Mexicans and Latinos in general have probably the highest amount of confidence of any human being that's ever graced the face of the earth. they feel like they can defy all odds. That what does they call it? That machismo, right?
The little Mexican machismo
Yeah, the
bullshit.
machismo, right? So
Right.
they thinking that Mikey was gonna be the one to expose the dude, and Al, well, okay.
Okay, now YSM, I can counter that by saying you could be correct with the inner circle, but let's say the business partners that really feeding the bag to the family, getting the family there to the right promotion, blah blah blah, all the connection. There's businessmen who are part of this boxing team. We know they seen it as the bag. So I'll just take it out of the Garcia's hands and agree with you and say they probably did think they could beat Spence. There's no way in the world, because him as a bigger fighter, he does not fight the same. So until he settles in at this 147 thing and proves it, it's just been already unproven from the Spence fight. So I agree with you on the machismo and everything you said, but I still think it's more heavier that them seeing the bag, because he's still, with all that good work, he had not seen a $5 million payday yet. You see what I'm saying? So that fight, what did he get? Like 10 plus?
No, he didn't get that much. But let me ask YSM something. What's up, YSM? How you been, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
And good. So let me ask you this, because you made a comment. You were making some sense, but the only one thing I didn't agree with, you said you believe the Thurman versus Spence is competitive. I believe it's a little more competitive than the Mikey fight, but I believe that Thurman gets stopped in that fight. When you say competitive, are you saying competitive for how long it lasts, or do you think it's a competitive fight from round 1 to round 12?
Well, a fight can be competitive and it's still ending the stoppage.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking.
Is there back and forth? Shit. Even wide unanimous decisions can be competitive if a fighter is only winning each round by a small margin.
So, let me ask you, what do you mean by that? So what do you expound on it?
Competitive. See, to be honest with you, when people bring up like Thurman's inactivity, I could bring up Spence. It's perceived. It looks to me that his body's breaking down.
Okay.
You talking Thurman?
But what do you mean by competitive? Though?
Spence?
I think Spence. No, I think that particular fight, it has the high possibility of ending in a stoppage. But I think that it'll be a war going into that.
Okay. I don't see. I say it will be competitive at first. Just Spence figuring Thurman out, but a all-out war from round 1 to let's say round 10 or 11 to get stopped or something. The reason why I don't think that is because I don't think Thurman's body can. I mean, you talk about Spence's body. The only thing you can say is he got in a car wreck in his eye, but it's not those are two major things. Hold on. But with Thurman is the fighter. Well, he's not the type of guy to get an all-out war. He's the type of guy who's going to get on his bicycle. When he got on his bicycle, I mean, the only person he ever stepped to recently was Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was smaller than him. But do you really think that he's going to sit there and go toe-to-toe with Spence? I don't think he's going to do that.
A war doesn't always constitute necessarily toe-to-toe. Keith Thurman is the best puncher off of the back foot in boxing. He's the best puncher as far as creating torque while backing up. You saw it in the Sean Porter fight. He was hitting Sean with some hard shots.
You didn't say that. You did not say that, bro.
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you made a little. I'm not sure you really mean that, but I'm gonna let you finish your spill, bro. That was hilarious, though.
No, I mean it. Who punches better backing up than Keith?
I think that Keith has great hooks, but I mean, like, do I think that that'd be hard to say? I mean, now that I think about it, but I mean,
so just name since y'all scoffed at it, name someone, please.
Okay, let me think. Let me think now. Okay, Tank Davis.
Off the back foot? No.
Yeah, you throw shit off the back foot like he knocked out what's his face off the back foot.
Who?
Leo Santa Cruz. We get that vicious
uppercut off the back. He wasn't on the back. He wasn't on the back foot. He was just on the ropes.
He was against the rope, though.
He wasn't on the back foot though.
He ain't better on the back foot than Boots. He ain't better on the back foot than Boots.
I'm a Boots guy, but I haven't seen Boots much on the back foot. Nobody can back him up.
So you thinking Boots coming forward against your boy on the back foot is a problem for Boots?
I didn't. When did I say that?
No, for any fighter, for any welterweight.
We talking
Thurman
about who
on the back foot is a problem for who? Seriously, I'm asking an honest question, bro. Not against an older Pacquiao. We talking Porter. We talking Thurman. I'm talking Porter right now. I ain't talking Porter from 5 years ago. I'm talking Porter right now. Crawford. What fighter is Thurman a problem for on the back foot? I mean, come on, bro.
You do know you're changing
that statement, man.
You're changing the argument, bro. I made a statement about him being the best at fighting off the back foot, right? You scoffed at that, and now you're like you were supposed to name me somebody who fights off the back foot.
Crawford is a better puncher off the back foot. Crawford is a better puncher off the back foot.
I don't agree with that.
Why I said you did kind of change it. You said you didn't quite frame it the way you just framed it. You said Thurman, who's better than Thurman going off the back foot when it comes to throwing a punch. But you just saying now you're saying altogether just fighting off the back foot now.
No, I'm talking about punching off the back foot, when hard shots off the back. A lot of people punch off the back foot.
Hey, he about equivalent to AB off the back foot right now. He is at the same level as Adrian Broner.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't
agree with, and I like Thurman, but I don't see it, bro. I don't see that. I think that's a horrible stylistic matchup for Thurman. I don't think I don't see it at all.
Let me get in here real quick. So I think in terms of YSM's statement, just generating power off of the back foot, Thurman's top 5 in that.
Okay.
I'm talking strictly off of his comment, just him generating power off the back foot. I ain't talking about how good of a fighter he is now, where he's ranked, none of that. Actually generating power off the back foot, which is not easy to do. If Thurman is anywhere near Thurman, he's top 5 at that. I don't know where he is right now because he's been on the shelf for so long. But generally speaking, he would be top 5 in that category.
Fair.
I will say this though. There's not a lot of guys that's really thrown with torque off the back foot anyway. So that list would be relatively small anyway. There's not too many names you can actually throw in there.
Jeff. It is names. You got Shakur Stevenson. You got Teofimo Lopez. There's a lot of fighters that punch off the back foot a lot better than Keith Thurman that have knockouts under their belt to prove it. Who is Keith Thurman putting down, bro? I can't remember the last person he knocked out or even hurt off the back foot. Did he even hurt Manny in that fight?
Vlog. I gotta ask you a question. When have you seen Shakur on the back foot?
I haven't seen him on the back.
There's been spots when he's shown he can punch when fighters have came forward. He's not been the come forward fighter in every fight we've seen him in. He's been patient. He's counterpunched. Come on, bro. I'm being dead serious. Yo. I haven't seen that's his game. See, y'all using it because that's Thurman's game. That's his game. It's the way. So him being that being his game is not to say that nobody else can do that in the game. That's my argument against what he said.
No, I understand. No, I understand that. But
you're trying to compare and say no fighter does that. So Teofimo's never punched off the back foot. Shakur Stevenson in the 15 fights that he's had, he's never punched off the back foot. Nobody's ever came after him and he took a step back and shot something down the pipe. Come on, bro. That happens in boxing just through different collisions in the ring. You might be tired. They might be coming forward. You might have to throw something.
Vlog, give me a fight. Because I can't think of one.
All right, bro.
I can't. Let me. I'm gonna say some real quick.
Yo, you could. A lot of people have a certain disdain for Keith due to stuff he said in interviews and all that. But something that you can't take away from him, he can punch on the move, yo.
No, he can. No, I give you the
unique gift.
He can't, but is he number one? Especially at this point, I don't think
That's
not at this point.
well. First off, we haven't seen him in a couple of years. I'm
That's
just
the
going
point.
by historically, right? We don't even know what Spence is right now. All we can go about is the last one.
I'm going based off his last fight. We're going based off his last fight.
And based off his, he can punt, like, bro. He generates power, backing up and on move. He just does.
No, I get what you're saying. I agree, but is he the best at it, especially based off
That's
his last fight?
Bro, that's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Well,
right?
I mean,
it's all
but your opinion
subjective.
could be wrong.
None of me or you didn't get hit by it. Danny could tell us.
But you're not, bro. But you know what you're not getting is that. Yes, I see what you're saying. I know what I agree with. He's very good at that. But based off of I'm just going based off of his last performance. Just based off his last performance, especially his performance has been like years ago now. Was he top level, like you said, number one at this point? No.
Okay, so all right, so you name me. You mentioned Tank. Tank was in the pocket when he did that. He was up against the ropes, though. He wasn't, bro. That doesn't constitute. It's not the same thing, yo. You tell me a guy. Just name one.
Okay, Leo Santa Cruz was up against Tank, and then when Tank knocked him out, his momentum was pushed forward against Tank, and Tank came up with that vicious uppercut and knocked him straight smooth the fuck out.
Tank didn't move his feet, bro.
But you was talking about pushing forward, correct? Like,
I'm talking about
if your momentum's not, so you're saying that that it doesn't count if your momentum is pushed back forward.
I'm just talking about backing. I'm talking about backing up when punching, generating power, right? Tank didn't move. Tank slipped.
Jeff, if you don't get in here as the host, you are sitting back looking lost over there.
No, I'm letting them rock. Go ahead. I'm letting them rock. I'm gonna get in here. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. And then we also, like, we can even talk about Crawford. You know, well, we talk about Crawford about how he can generate power when he's moving and when he decides to move.
Yeah, I like as far as Lenore, as far as the Tank and Leo Santa Cruz thing, the reason why the shot was so vicious is because Tank wasn't moving forward, but he wasn't moving backwards. What happened is his feet was completely planted, so he was able to get all his weight into the shot. So he didn't do either one. He was evenly balanced. So all he did, Lenore, was this. And just ripped the uppercut. Like, he didn't move forward or backwards. So it was the perfect shot. As far as who generates the most power, like, right now and they're active, I would say Crawford. Active and good. Like, yeah. Keith, right now I would say Crawford. The one thing I'll say about Keith Thurman, he has unique type of power, and I'm gonna tell you why. Not all power guys can generate power the same way. So you take a guy like Tank. Tank got special power. You know what I'm saying? He got special power. He can generate it with the hooks. He can generate it with the straight shots. He can generate it with the uppercuts. He can generate it with the 45 shots. He can generate it however you like it. And then you got other guys, like, take like a Triple G. Triple G's not generating power off the back foot. He got to be coming forward. You know what I'm saying? He got to come forward. His feet got to be planted. He got to be sitting down. He got to be sitting down on the shots. Like, that's how he maximizes his power. Not every fighter can generate power in multiple ways. That's the one thing about Keith that makes Keith special when he's on. I haven't seen him on in a while, so I'm talking past tense. When Keith was in his prime, he was one of the few guys in boxing that can hurt you in a multiple punch with the left or the right hand, and moving forward or backwards.
Agreed. In his prime. And then if you're talking about in his prime, then I would have to agree with why I could not think of somebody who would be better at the moment than he would be. But I based off
Yeah,
Keith last
it's
performance, he's not in his prime.
yeah, it's just hard. It's just hard to say. Like you really got to detail the question. Like you really got to detail the question. You know what I'm saying? Because he just hasn't fought in so long. But like generally speaking, yeah, he would be one of them guys that got like unique power. That's just from it could come from anywhere, man. I've seen Keith in his prime again, in his prime, knock guys out with 45 shots, uppercuts, like all types of shots, man. He got special type power. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
I mean, I don't want to do nobody no disservice, and we talking welterweights, and we usually don't have a lot of guests on. We usually keep it 15. So based on we got these guests, can I ask this question from the
go ahead.
guru with permission?
Go ahead.
We got the WBO on the line this week. Who y'all got and why?
What? Who going first?
WBO, we in the welterweight, am I correct?
Why
So
is
we already talking
some cook up?
welterweight. That's why I just said WBO.
Terrence Crawford, life and death.
You said Terrence Crawford, life and death.
Yep.
What you got, Lennar?
I agree with Wise him. Terrence Crawford in the toughest fight of his career, but pulling off on points.
I got Bud 8-4.
Block.
Vlog, what you got?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Got Porter split decision, homie, by the hair of his chin. I really do, bro. I'm thinking people getting tired of Bob Arum and them. I just feel a little change in boxing coming, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel that. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, Eddie want to come over here and work with somebody. So why not come work with Uncle Al and them? You know, they do numbers. So Bob and them don't do no numbers. That's why it's hard to really, you know, Bob and them got to send their dudes across the street to really go make some big fights. So I'm just saying.
Vlog, can I get some
Vlog,
can I get some actual boxing reasons why he gonna win the fight, brother?
Why he gonna win? Because Porter got pressure. Porter has unlimited amounts of pressure that your guy hasn't seen and dealt with. And he is not the sharpest right now. We haven't seen him sharp. He's been struggled against some dudes that you like, what? You got backed up by him? You had to really get mad to fight him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, who you talking
But
Mean Machine.
Benavidez.
You know what I mean? He's been in some little scrappy sessions. Could have been like,
a vlog.
Not pound for pound.
A vlog. Your man went a full 10 with Sebastian Formella, man.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My bad. I had a call coming in. Say that again.
I said your boy went a full 10 rounds with Sebastian Formella, man.
Man, turn your. I couldn't hear you.
I said your boy went 10 rounds with Sebastian Formella. It was 12. He went 12 with him.
But to be fair, in response to that, but we know Porter ain't got no knockout power. But at least he still was outboxed Formella, crafty European dude.
I think it's gonna be a good fight, though. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think to be honest with you,
bro. Hey, bro, I gotta go out and come back in, bro.
All right, that's cool. I'll cook up with Lennar.
Yeah, G5. I was gonna say, and this is why this fight's so interesting because you know what's so funny about this fight that nobody mentions, and I keep hearing people on one side talk about it's a stylistic horrible matchup for Porter, but I actually think it could either go Porter's way stylistically. I think this fight's gonna be very interesting to see whose style is going to give the other one problems. I believe Porter's style of pressure and disrupting your rhythm and coming in on you and trying to make it rough and Crawford's willingness to engage with you because he has a lot of pride and stuff, that could be his detriment. But at the same time, I could also see Porter coming in with his head raised up and Crawford sniping him, you know what I'm saying? Picking his defense off. So I can see it going either way stylistically. I think that this could be very interesting to see. Is Porter going to clean up his defensive issues? And is Crawford going to engage with Porter, being forced to engage with Porter? And if Porter can be able to rough Crawford up. So stylistically, I believe it can go either way. But yeah, why I think it's going to be a rough it's gonna be a close fight because again, I think that I mean Porter he's a veteran in there, and even I mean we might even see Crawford beat Porter better than anybody who has beat him, but I definitely do not see a stoppage by Crawford. I think Porter is just too crafty in there to get stopped, and too much of a veteran in his prime right now to get stopped. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, let me get in
He
these
knows how to
comments real
survive.
quick.
Go ahead.
Let me get in these comments real quick. D High just said, sorry, Conrad. I think Spence wipes him. Spence a different beast than Manny and Porter. Ugas said Conrad boxing could be D Hodges, and then Ugas wasted his belt. Let me get through the rest of these real quick. Conrad, I don't see Ugas hype anywhere. A Blacks in the building. What's going on? He said, have you heard about the boxer named Blickington? Super middle. He's gonna cause problems. Yeah, I heard of Blickington. Will Stokes, for once, WBA deserves some credit for going through the divisions and eliminating the regulars, cleaning up the sport a little bit. They'll dirty it up again real soon. Will Stokes, that makes hardly any sense for Mikey, though. Extremely dangerous fight with almost no upside financially versus Stan Jonas. Plus, Mikey isn't much at 147. He needs to be at 140. Let me tell you why you're wrong, Will Stokes. Tell you why you're wrong. That man is coming off of a loss, a bad loss, too. Bad loss. So the only thing that can connect Mikey Garcia to a big fight is Spence. That's the only big bag he got at 147. So he was screaming Spence's name. So if they tell him, if you beat Stan Jonas, we'll get you a Spence fight, he's going to take Stan Jonas.
Wow.
He's going to take Stan Jonas, bro. I'm telling you, he's going to take him because of what's promised on the back end. It ain't about Stan Jonas. You understand what I'm saying? Will Stokes, is he making love in the background? Vlog, you funny. Yeah, vlog funny as hell. Conrad boxing Spence did look a bit slower versus Danny. That's true. But the thing is, against Danny, you ain't got to look fast because Danny just as slow as Conrad boxing, but not sure if he went through all of his gears in his comeback fight. I don't think he did. Tank was up on all three cards. Yeah, he was, but the thing is, it was just Tank different. Like that power different, man. Andre Southgate, what's going on, guys? Just missed a lot. I hope Ugas doesn't drop the belt. Deserves to be champ, beating a legend like Pac. But you know what, Andre Southgate, guys take more pride in winning the belt than they do defending it. Like once they win the belt, unless they can use it for some type of leverage to get more money, like they'll drop it. They'll drop it. Conrad boxing Porter will run into so many shots, wide decision or late stoppage. Lennar, just to get into your comment as far as the styles is concerned,
Yeah,
it's really up to Bud how he wants to play this fight. So if Bud is smart, right, he gonna fight this fight exactly how he fought Postal. If he fights this fight like he fought Postal, is a 9-3. It's like a 9-3, 10-2 type fight. If he fights him like he did Postal. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But because it's pay-per-view, because it's the biggest fight of his career, and Terrence Bud Crawford do got some dog in him, I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna make this fight more difficult than what it has to be. Sean Porter is gonna go in there and really try to dog him. But the thing is, I've been saying this for years. Sean Porter gets the most credit out of any boxer in the sport for not landing effective shots.
Very true.
It's very hard to get a highlight reel of clean shots in a Porter fight.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
And sorry, go ahead. Were you finished?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Cook up.
I said very, very true. In his Spence fight, I thought even though it was a high energy fight and he was letting some, he was missing a lot of shots. He was missing because Spence was blocking them, or he just outright grazed off of his missed it. So with that being said, though, I agree with you to a sense, but I think that I know Porter's feet is better than Victor Postal's feet. I don't think he can sit there and just like, to the extent you're making it seem like, oh, he's gonna Victor Postal him, and you know what I'm saying. I think Porter's feet were quick enough and his feet's good enough to not get outboxed like into in that type of way. But I see what you're trying to say though.
Yeah, I'll counter that with this. Sean has the quicker feet. Yes, he doesn't have Victor Postal feet. Like he has quicker feet. But the one thing about Sean Porter is he's gonna use his quick feet to smother his own shots. So Postal, even though he was getting beat to a pulp, just outclassed, he never smothered his shots. Like he had opportunities to do something offensively.
True.
Any Sean Porter fight, I asked the same question. I'm like, what is he gonna do offensively to win the fight? Because I know he's gonna bring pressure. I know he's gonna close the gap. I know he's gonna use good footwork. Like Sean is gonna do what Sean do. But I'm like, you still gotta land punches. You still gotta score points. I'm like, what is he gonna do offensively?
With that being said, like you said, when you say that, I do, knowing Crawford, just knowing his personality, I do think at one point it's gonna be, oh, what the hell with this, and it's gonna be like a dogfight. The hell with this shit, the dogfight. Mm-hmm. So facts. I think that especially with Porter's smothering Crawford, that's gonna piss him off, yo. Because what does Crawford do? He throws people off of him when they start to kind of get a little too close. Like, no, I'm gonna throw you. You can see that, right? I can almost see it now. I can see Porter doing that smothering shit, and Crawford, oh hell no, and you know what I'm saying. Then it just starts to get ugly in there, man.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that as well, man. But it's just Sean. I'm telling you, the only two fights I seen Sean completely accurate in, I'm like probably the first half of the Spence fight and the fight when he fought Paulie Malignaggi back in the day. Those are only two fights I ever seen Sean Porter like completely sharp offensively, man. Like it's just
Formella too. Formella, I think Formella to an extent too.
Yeah, but that was kind of more of a sparring session for Sean. You can tell he was in there working on stuff and
I mean that's what I'm saying.
Like
I mean, Formella too.
He looked clean. He looked clean. He looked clean in that fight. Yeah. Hold on. Conrad Boxing. Porter will run into so many shots. I read that one. Boxing Learner in the building. What's going on? He said Jerron should get the fight Stan Jonas for the vacant WBA. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. D Hodda said I got Bud. Yeah, it's just I think Sean Porter does everything you possibly can to put yourself in position to put in work offensively. And then when it's time for him to put in work offensively, he just don't put in the work required to win. Because I'm like, even Danny, when he fought Danny had a whole highlight reel full of big shots he landed on Sean. I mean, he had like a whole 2-minute video.
And that's the reason why I say he survives this type of fight too, because like, you know what I'm saying? Even he may not be landing, but at least he's active and smothering you and making you work. And you know what I'm saying? So even one thing we are, even everybody said right now, is even though most people said you think he's going to lose the fight, we can see him at least surviving. You didn't even say he gets stopped.
Oh, no, it's going 12. I don't see Bud stopping Porter late. I don't see it because it's never happened.
I've never
you know what I'm saying?
About even the times that I've never seen Porter like really hurt. I've seen him dropped and flash knocked down, but he recovers quick. So I've never seen him like, oh shit, like that's a shot right there.
Yeah,
like,
Keith did hurt him. Keith legit hurt him in a fight. He legit hurt him. Spence,
for sure, he hurt him, but like how quick he recovered, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was trying to that shot when Thurman was on the ropes and he caught him with that hook. Oh, he wanted to take a nap on Keith Thurman's shoulder, bro. He definitely wanted to take a nap on Keith Thurman's
for sure.
shoulder.
But like
but he recovered though. He recovered
though quick. You know what I'm saying? Even at times like he shakes it off. Oh shit, let me wake up. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about him. He recovers pretty quick, so that's why I think he can survive.
Now, do I think Crawford can put him down? I think he can definitely put him down.
Yeah,
for sure. Because I'm like, if Broner can put him down, I'm like, Bud can definitely put him down. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and you might even see moments where you think, oh shit, is he gonna get stopped? Type of thing. But I think Porter survives.
Yeah, the one thing I do think Bud needs to do though is not abandon the jab. If he abandons the jab in this fight, he's gonna have some problems. He's gonna have some problems. He's gonna have some problems because a lot of times Bud don't be working. Like he'll be waiting for the perfect shot. He actually needs to be throwing that jab up and down. He needs to throw that jab up and down.
I don't think he's going. I don't think
he's going to, but that's what he needs to do.
Yeah,
that's what he needs to do.
I just don't think.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
Go. No, you
Oh,
good.
okay.
Go ahead.
I said I don't think he's going to, and against an opponent like Porter, it just makes you just like get off of me, and just makes you want to fight. I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, I think
he's going to.
And to be honest with you, I can see Terrence Crawford fighting dumb as hell for the first 2-3 rounds, and then snapping out of it and just going back to boxing. I can really see him fighting dumb first couple rounds of the fight.
I see this being a. I think if anything, it's first off, Crawford tries to make it technical in the beginning, and then it just turns out to a dog fight. I think that
See, I think it's gonna be the other way around. I think it's gonna be a dog fight early. I think it's gonna be a dog fight early because I think he'll go in and try to prove something.
I don't think that and I see what you're saying, but the reason why I say I don't see I just don't see Crawford giving him that poster treatment. I don't think he can. I think Porter's gonna be too much in him to be giving him that pause. But,
yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah, you're gonna be too much in his grill and Crawford's personality to make it happen like that. That's why I think. Now, if it was a different type of fighter like an Ortiz or something, I could see him giving that postal treatment. But I think Porter is just too rough and too ugly to make it that way.
Yeah, Porter. Listen, Bud not gonna look good in this fight.
So you think? That's another question. G5. What do you think? Does this stock drop? Is the boogeyman? Do you think this is really gonna make a lot of people look at Bud like food or not? Maybe not food.
No, I think
human makes him look human.
Yeah, I think Porter got such a solid name in the sport, man. If Bud wins this fight, anything like solid, he's gonna get credit for the victory. But I mean, Sean Porter, people root for him. Man. Like it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. Let me get in these last two comments real quick. Conrad, he said if Porter shows weakness for a moment, Bud will make a statement. I agree. Porter got to be real sharp in this fight. Burt Wood in the building. He said, "Who could beat Boots Ennis in this group? Top 10 welterweight boxers." Burt, I can answer that. The only two people that have a shot is Bud and Spence. Those are the only two that got a shot against Boots. And I'm only saying that because I've seen him in the gym. I know the stories. It's just those are only two that got a shot. If I would say who has the best shot of beating Boots, I would say Spence, simply because he has the strength. So Bud is not gonna come in there like with no real weight advantage or anything. He is Leonard. When I say Boots is way bigger than Bud, he is way bigger than Bud.
Way bigger?
Way bigger than Bud, man. Like just body mass, like he is way bigger than Bud. Like it's not even.
I can see
they look like two different weight classes.
Styles make fights. Yeah, styles make fights.
Because I can see. Because the thing is,
I can see like Crawford and him having a technical match, and Crawford just wants to trade with him and just gets hurt. And I can see one thing about Spence I give him credit for, he's disciplined in there. He's pretty disciplined.
Yeah.
I don't think
he's not gonna go past his jab. He's not gonna go past his jab. Spence would give Boots more problems than Bud because Bud is a smaller fighter and
with
Boots. He basically does everything that Crawford can do inside the ring. So, and he's probably more athletic. So the thing with Spence, though, he got the jab, he got the power, he got the body shots. But the thing is, all his punches is compact. If you catch a guy like Boots that's that dynamic, you got to catch him. You got to catch him in between the shots. You got to catch him in the pocket. You got to catch him with short, compact shots. And that's
exactly, bro. None of that fancy shit, man. Stay disciplined.
Yeah, just stay disciplined. That's why I would say if I had to pick anyone that got the best shot to beat Boots, I would say Spence. But man, listen, we're gonna close this thing out, man. Like we've been cooking for an hour and a half strong. But Leonard, give him your social media, bro.
Oh, all right, y'all. My Instagram is Leonard Thomas _ LENNAR THOMAS _ That's my Instagram. I don't really post boxing. I do acting and my personal page on there. But man, if you ever want to message me, we always chop it up boxing and all that.
Absolutely. We're gonna put you in the group chat, man. Big shout out to VP Shane. He stopped in here for a quick second. Big shout out to him. You can follow him.
And G5, if
Yes.
you can find those screenshots, can you send it to
I
me?
will. I got you.
And
I
let me
got
ask you one more thing. And
Mhm.
you for sure you saw those with your own eyes?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe
Yep.
you.
I seen them. I seen them.
What did
But
it
I'm
say?
gonna find it.
What did it say?
It was basically saying Ugas like basically the rumor was Ugas was going to drop the belt to fight Spence for his 2 belts. Like that's basically what it said. It was like short and sweet. Like it was short and sweet. It wasn't no like long extended joint.
Okay, and who put that? Who said that? Michael Benson.
I seen it from it was what was the guy? They just put it in the chat. Michael Benson. I seen it from Michael Benson.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
I seen it from Benson. So I'm a find them and I'm gonna send them to you. Hold on. Chris G in the building. He said, all I know is if Ennis is ever the underdog and then he fight, whole paycheck going on him. That's funny. My paycheck could go on him too. Conrad, he said, I saw the rumors on Twitter too, but not sure by who. I definitely seen them. They was definitely up. They was definitely up. I'm gonna find them. And Conrad be on Twitter. He be in the boxing streets all day. So once I find it, I'll get it to you, bro.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Big shout out to VP Shane, man. You can follow him at I_am Shane, the #1 on Instagram. BoxingFirst Vlog, his crazy ass is boxing the #1 ST vlog on Instagram and BoxingFirst Vlog on Twitter. First spelled out. And you can follow me all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything G5 Jeff TV, man. So on behalf of my co-host for the night, my man Leonard Thomas, big shout out to you, bro. And you know you got the red carpet anytime, man. You got the red carpet. You let me know you got the link, man. There ain't no rap. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So on behalf of Leonard Thomas, VP Shane, BoxingFirst Vlog, and myself, this was episode 23 of the Goodfellas podcast, man. On behalf of the staff, man. Peace out.